cruise ship bartending are professionals responsible for preparing and serving drinks to guests on board. They work in a variety of bars and lounges on the ship, including pool bars, sports bars, and themed bars. In addition to preparing standard drinks, bartenders may also be responsible for creating new cocktails and promoting special drinks. They must also keep the bar clean and organized, manage stocks, and handle payments. Strong communication skills and the ability to work in a team environment are important for bartenders. What are the necessary characteristics to be a bartending? To be a bartending on a cruise ship, it's important to have a basic knowledge of drink varieties, knowledge of different drink preparation techniques, the ability to create original drinks, creativity, and communication skills. Additionally, it's important to have good coordination, the ability to handle demanding customers, the ability to work with different types of equipment, and the ability to work under pressure. The bartender should also have knowledge of alcohol laws and be able to handle money. To be successful as a bartender on board a cruise ship, some important characteristics include: how do I get started working? To start working as a bartender on a cruise ship, it is important to have previous experience as a bartender and possess the skills and characteristics mentioned previously. Additionally, it is recommended to obtain a bartender certification, such as Serve Safe or TIPS, training for intervention procedures. It's also important to have English language skills, as it's the main language on cruise ships. You can search for specialized cruise ship recruitment companies to find job opportunities as a bartender. Some cruise ship companies also offer training programs for those who wish to work as bartenders. And to start working as a bartender on board a cruise ship, you will generally need training and experience. To start working as a cruise ship bartender, it is important to have previous experience working as a bartender in bars, restaurants, or hotels. Additionally, it is recommended to have some form of training or education in bartending or bar services. Application and interview. Most cruise companies hire bartenders through online application and interview processes. It is important to have an updated resume and prepare to answer questions about your experience and skills. Certifications and legal requirements. It is important to be aware of the legal requirements for working as a bartender on a cruise ship, such as first aid certifications, rescue certifications, and bar service certifications. Training. Once hired, it is likely that you will need to go through a period of training before starting to work as a bartender on board the ship. This training may include safety training, bar service training, and emergency procedure training. Navigation skills. It is important to be prepared for the demands of working in a cruise ship environment, including adapting to navigation conditions and a regular work schedule. Previous preparation. It is important to have some experience as a bartender before applying for a job on a cruise ship. This may include working in bars, restaurants, or clubs, or even attending bartending courses. Resume and cover letter. It is important to have an updated and well-crafted resume highlighting your relevant experience and skills for the cruise ship bartender job. A cover letter can also be useful to catch the employer's attention and explain why you are the ideal candidate for the job. Interviews. You will likely have to go through interviews with both the cruise company's recruitment team and the ship's bar management team. It is important to prepare for these interviews and showcase your relevant knowledge and skills. Certifications. Some cruise companies require bartenders to have certain certifications, such as alcohol beverage service certification, TIPS, for example. Make sure you meet these requirements before applying for the job. Safety training and certification. Before starting to work on a cruise ship, you will likely have to go through safety training and certifications, such as first aid and emergency evacuation training. Work visa. Depending on the country you are applying from and the country where the ship is registered, you may need a work visa to work as a cruise ship bartender. Make sure you meet these requirements before applying for the job. Flexibility. Working as a bartender on a cruise ship can be challenging as you will need to adapt to different schedules, routes, and customers. It is important to have flexibility and be willing to work in challenging conditions. International experience. Working as a cruise ship bartender can be a great opportunity to travel and meet people from all over the world. If you enjoy traveling and are interested in learning about new cultures, this may be a great opportunity for you. Salary and benefits. The salary of a cruise ship bartender can vary depending on the company and position, but generally includes a base salary, tips, and other benefits. Base salaries can range from $1,000 to $2,500 per month, and tips from guests can significantly increase the total salary. As for benefits, some companies offer benefits such as free accommodation and food on board, free or discounted travel, health and dental insurance, paid vacation, training and career development programs. It is important to remember that cruise ship employees spend most of their time on board the ship, and benefits can include discounts on shops, bars, and restaurants on board, as well as other amenities. Is language important? Yes, language is important when working as a bartender on a cruise ship, as it is necessary to communicate with guests and team members from different countries and speak a common language, usually English, to ensure that everyone understands and follows safety orders and procedures. Additionally, bartenders must be able to understand and cater to guests' language needs, such as making drink recommendations and understanding specific orders. Knowledge of other languages, such as Spanish, French, German, or Italian, can be highly valued and can increase your chances of being hired. It is important that you have good communication skills and are able to effectively communicate with guests, coworkers, and superiors. To work as a bartending on board a cruise ship, it is usually necessary to have the following documents. To work as a bartender on board a cruise ship, it is generally necessary to have the following documents: valid health certificate, food handling course certificate, first aid course certificate, valid passport, professional experience certificate, maritime safety training certificate, bartending course certificate, table service course certificate. These are the documents generally required to work as a bartender on board a cruise ship. However, requirements may vary according to the company and the regulations of the country where the ship is registered. It is important to check the specific requirements of the company and ensure that all necessary documents are up to date and valid before submitting your resume. How should my CV be presented? To apply for a cruise ship bartender position, it is important that your resume is well structured and presents relevant information for the job. It should include personal information such as your name, address, phone number, and email, as well as a professional summary highlighting your skills and relevant experiences for the position. It is important to include information about your educational background and courses related to bartending, such as bartending, food handling, and maritime safety courses. It is also important to include information about your professional experience, including previous bartending-related positions and the companies you have worked for. It is also important to include information about your skills and knowledge such as languages spoken, communication skills, cocktail knowledge, etc. If possible, include professional references that can speak to your skills and performance on the job. It is important that the resume is well written and grammatically correct, and it is recommended to use a legible font and a simple, organized format. Don't forget to include information about the necessary documents required to work as a bartender on a cruise ship. Example of how a good CV should be written. Personal information. Full name, João Silva. Address, Rua das Flores, N squared 12, Barra do Mar, Cidade do Porto, Country. Phone, 00-0000. Email, joao.silva@email.com. Date of birth, January 1, 1990. Nationality, Brazilian. Marital status, single. Academic background. Bartender course, Institute of Gastronomy and Hospitality, Cidade do Porto, Country, completed in 2019. Table service course, School of Hotel and Tourism, Cidade do Porto, Country, completed in 2017. Professional experience. Bartender, Cruise Ship Mar do Caribe, Cruise Ship Company, Cidade do Porto, Country, 2020 current. Barman, Bar Oceano Azul, Cidade do Porto, Country, 2018 to 2020. Bar attendant, Restaurant Praia do Sol, Cidade do Porto, Country, 2016 to 2018. Skills. Advanced knowledge of drink preparation. Excellent communication and customer service skills. Ability to handle pressure and work as part of a team. English and Spanish language skills. Ability to handle money and make change. Knowledge of food handling and safety standards. References, available upon request. Notes. Valid bartender course certificate. Valid food handling course certificate. Valid first aid course certificate. Valid maritime safety course certificate. Valid table service course certificate. Valid passport. This is an example of how your resume for a cruise ship bartender should be presented. Keep in mind that the requirements may vary depending on the company and the regulations of the country where the ship is registered. Make sure to include all relevant information and make your resume professional and organized. How should the cover letter be made? The cover letter is an important document that accompanies the resume when applying for a position as a cruise ship bartender. It should be written clearly and accurately and should include relevant information about your skills, experiences, and professional goals. The letter should start with a header that includes your name, address, phone number, and email. Next, it is important to briefly present your relevant skills and experiences, including your academic background and courses related to the bartending industry, your professional experience, communication skills, and cocktail knowledge. It is important to highlight your passion for the bartending industry and your ability to work in a dynamic and challenging environment, such as on a cruise ship. It is also recommended to mention your availability to travel and work different hours and locations. Additionally, it is important to include information about the necessary documents required to work as a bartender on a cruise ship, such as health certificate, valid passport, and maritime safety course. The letter should be written in a professional manner, grammatically correct, and using a legible font. It is recommended to personalize the letter for the specific job, including the company name and the recipient's name. Body of the letter. Dear employer's name. I would like to recommend candidate's name for the position of bartender on your cruise ship. I had the pleasure of working with candidate's name during time period at name of bar/restaurant, and I can confidently say that she is highly qualified for the job. Candidate's name has extensive experience in bartending, including preparing a wide range of cocktails and drinks. She also has exceptional communication and customer service skills, and is able to handle high-pressure situations with ease. Additionally, candidate's name is highly organized and always ensures that the bar is well-stocked and clean. Candidate's name also has advanced knowledge of foreign languages, which is an advantage for working on a cruise ship. She has a great work ethic and is always willing to help colleagues, which is a great asset for the work environment. I wholeheartedly recommend candidate's name for the position of bartender on your cruise ship. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. Sincerely, your name, your position/title, name of bar/restaurant. I hope this letter of recommendation has given you an idea of how a letter for this position should be structured and how it should highlight the candidate's skills and experience. Remember to always customize the letter to fit the candidate and the specific position. Tips for live interview. To excel in a live interview for the position of bartending aboard a cruise ship, it is important to follow some tips. Be on time for the interview. Dress appropriately and professionally. Be polite and friendly with the interviewers. Research the company and the cruise ship industry before the interview. Prepare to answer common questions about your skills, experiences, and professional goals. Provide specific examples of your bartending experience, such as cocktail preparation and customer service. Show your passion for the bartending industry and ability to work in a dynamic and challenging environment. Demonstrate your ability to handle pressure and work in a team. Mention your advanced knowledge of foreign languages, if any. Talk about your desire to travel and work different hours and locations. Make sure you have all the necessary documents, such as health certificate, valid passport, and maritime safety course. Be honest and transparent about your skills and experiences. Ask intelligent questions about the job and the company. End the interview by thanking the interviewers for the opportunity and expressing your interest in the job. To be successful as a bartending, it is crucial to be able to communicate effectively and professionally with guests and colleagues. Furthermore, it is essential to be prepared to handle unexpected situations and meet guest needs appropriately. Tips for an online interview. If the interview is online, it's important to follow some tips to do well. Make sure you have a stable internet connection and a quiet and well-lit environment for the interview. Use a good quality camera and microphone so you can be seen and heard clearly. Dress appropriately and professionally, even if the interview is online. Research the company and the cruise ship industry before the interview. Prepare to answer common questions about your skills, experiences, and professional goals. Provide specific examples of your bartending experience, such as cocktail preparation and customer service. Show your passion for the bartending sector and ability to work in a dynamic and challenging environment. Demonstrate your ability to handle pressure and work in a team. Mention your advanced knowledge of foreign languages, if you have any. Talk about your desire to travel and work different hours and locations. Make sure you have all the necessary documents, such as health certificate, valid passport, and safety course for seafarers. Be honest and transparent about your skills and experiences. Ask smart questions about the job and the company. End the interview by thanking the interviewers for the opportunity and expressing your interest in the job. Remember that, as a bartending, It is essential to be able to communicate clearly and professionally with guests and colleagues, and to be prepared to improvise and respond to the guests' needs. What are the most common live and online interview questions? Some common questions that might be asked in a live and online interview for the bartending position on board a cruise ship include: what is your previous experience as a bartender? How do you stay updated with cocktail trends and new ingredients? How would you handle an unsatisfied customer with their cocktail? How do you manage and organize your workstation? How do you work as a team with other bar and wait staff? How do you ensure customer safety and health when serving alcohol? How do you deal with the pressure of working in a cruise ship environment, with variable schedules and locations? How would you adapt to working in different cultures and languages? What is your favorite cocktail to prepare and why? How do you ensure accuracy and speed in preparing cocktails in a high-demand environment? What do you know about the company and the cruise ship industry? What is your availability for working overtime and traveling? Why would you like to work as a bartender on a cruise ship? Answers to these questions should be honest and show how your experience and skills fit the role of bartending. Remember to demonstrate enthusiasm and passion for the job and ability to handle challenges and unexpected situations. What are the common questions and answers for live and online interviews in English? Some common questions and answers in English for an interview for the position of bartending on a cruise ship include: what is your previous experience as a bartender? I have X years/months of experience as a bartender at previous place of work, where I acquired skills in cocktail preparation, customer service, stock management, etc. How do you keep yourself updated with cocktail trends and new ingredients? I keep myself updated by reading specialized magazines and attending workshops and seminars related to the cocktail industry. I also enjoy experimenting with new ingredients and creating my own recipes. How would you handle a customer who is dissatisfied with their cocktail? I would ensure the customer is satisfied by asking about the issue and offering a solution, such as preparing a new cocktail or offering discounts. How do you manage and organize your workstation? I would keep my workstation organized and clean, using checklists and labeling ingredients. I would also do regular inventory to ensure I am always prepared for customers. How do you work in a team with other bar and wait staff? I would work as a team, communicating and collaborating with my team members, and always willing to help when needed. How do you ensure customer safety and health when serving alcohol? I would ensure customer safety by serving alcohol responsibly and following local laws and regulations. I would also make sure customers were in a condition to drive before leaving the bar. How do you deal with the pressure of working in a cruise ship environment, with variable schedules and locations? I would deal with the pressure by maintaining good organization, preparation, and communication with my team. I would also easily adapt to changes in schedule and location. How would you adapt to working in different cultures and languages? I would adapt by working with different cultures and languages, being flexible and open to learning. What is your favorite cocktail to make and why? My favorite cocktail to make is the classic margarita, as it is a simple but elegant drink that allows me to showcase my mixing skills. I like to use premium tequila and fresh lime to create a perfect balance of sweetness and acidity, and add a touch of salt to enhance the flavors. Additionally, it is a very popular drink among guests, so it's always fun to prepare it and see the positive reactions. How do you ensure accuracy and speed in preparing cocktails in a high-demand environment? My answer would be that I always make sure to be fully prepared before the start of my shift, ensuring that all ingredients and equipment are organized and at hand. I also make sure to be familiar with the recipes of all popular cocktails and practice preparing them regularly to maintain my skill. Additionally, I work efficiently and organized, using quick and precise preparation techniques such as shaking and mixing, to ensure that cocktails are prepared quickly and accurately. I also always maintain clear and effective communication with my team members to ensure that orders are prepared and delivered quickly and accurately. What do you know about the cruise ship company and industry? I know that the cruise ship industry is one of the most competitive and rapidly growing in the world. Cruise ship companies have been striving to offer a wide variety of entertainment, dining, and onboard activities to attract an increasingly diverse audience. Additionally, I know that these companies have invested in advanced technologies to ensure the safety and comfort of passengers and crew. I am also aware of the environmental concerns affecting the industry, and how companies are working to reduce their ecological footprint. What is your availability for overtime and traveling? My availability for overtime is flexible, and I am willing to do it whenever necessary to ensure that guests are satisfied. Additionally, I am very flexible with traveling, and I am willing to travel wherever the company needs me to. I understand that working on a cruise ship may require long hours and often traveling to different destinations, and I am ready and willing to face those challenges. Why would you like to work as a bartender on a cruise ship? My passion for customer service and my ability to prepare quality cocktails make me an ideal candidate to work as a bartender on a cruise ship. Additionally, the opportunity to travel the world and meet new people while working in a dynamic and challenging environment is very attractive to me. I believe that working as a bartender on a cruise ship would be an amazing opportunity to develop my skills and grow professionally. These questions and answers serve for someone who has already worked on board and wants to apply for the same area, but in another company. Is the goal to make the interviewee nervous? Some of these questions may make the interviewee nervous, as the recruiter will evaluate their level of calmness and speed in handling real-life situations that the interviewee may encounter in the role of bartending on a cruise ship. Let's move on to the questions and examples of answers. How did you handle conflicts between crew members on your last shipboard job? On my last shipboard journey, I handled conflicts between crew members professionally, by talking to the parties involved and finding a solution that met the needs of all involved. How did you handle a shortage of supplies or equipment at the bar during your last shipboard journey? When I encountered a shortage of supplies or equipment at the bar during my last shipboard journey, I quickly adapted by improvising with the resources available and informing the supplies team to resolve the problem as quickly as possible. How did you handle high volumes of customers and pressure to keep wait times low during your last shipboard journey? During my last shipboard journey, I handled high volumes of customers and pressure to keep wait times low by organizing my workstation and working quickly and efficiently. How did you handle unpleasant or disrespectful customers during your last shipboard journey? When I encountered unpleasant or disrespectful customers, I handled the situation professionally by remaining calm and finding a solution to meet the customer's needs while maintaining order in the bar. How did you handle safety or health issues on your last shipboard job? On my last shipboard journey, I handled safety and health issues with the highest priority, by following established procedures and collaborating with the safety and health team to ensure the safety of customers and employees. How would you handle a safety incident on board a ship? I would make sure to remain calm and follow the safety protocols established by the company. I would also work closely with the ship's safety team to ensure the safety of passengers and crew. How do you manage your tasks and responsibilities in a very demanding work environment? I organize myself by using checklists and prioritizing my tasks according to the need. I also maintain clear and effective communication with my team to ensure that all tasks are being performed efficiently. How do you deal with interpersonal conflicts on board the ship? I would always try to resolve the conflict peacefully and professionally, by maintaining open and transparent communication with the person involved. If necessary, I would also seek the help of a superior to ensure that the conflict is resolved in an appropriate manner. How do you ensure compliance with international health and safety regulations on board a ship? I would make sure to always be updated with the health and safety regulations and procedures on board the ship. I would also work closely with the ship's health and safety team to ensure that all regulations are being followed. How do you deal with difficult or demanding passengers? I would always treat passengers with respect and professionalism, trying to understand and meet their needs. If necessary, I would seek the help of a superior to ensure that the situation is handled appropriately. These questions may be challenging and make the interviewee nervous, but it's important to remember that it's natural to feel nervous during an interview and that the interviewers understand this. Communication on board. What are the most useful phrases to use? Some useful phrases that can be used as bartending aboard a cruise ship include: What can I get for you? What would you like to drink? Can I make a recommendation for you? What's your poison? Can I get you something from the cocktail menu? Would you like a drink before dinner? Can I get you something to drink? What can I get for you? Would you like to see our drink menu? Can I make a recommendation for you? What is your preferred drink? Can I make a cocktail for you? Can I get you a refill? How about a round of shots for your group? Can I get you a beer, wine, or something else? Would you like to try one of our signature drinks? These phrases are just an example, and it's important to be prepared to improvise and communicate clearly and effectively with guests. It's important to remember that as a bartending, it's essential to be able to communicate clearly and professionally with guests and colleagues and be prepared to improvise and respond to guests' needs. Cocktail and drink examples: Margarita, 2-ounce tequila, 1-ounce lime juice, half an ounce Cointreau, or triple sec. Salt for rim optional. Instructions: Rim a chilled glass with salt, if desired. Shake tequila, lime juice, and Cointreau with ice. Strain into the chilled glass. Garnish with a lime wheel. Old-fashioned. 2-ounce whiskey, bourbon or rye. 1 teaspoon simple syrup. 2 dashes Angostura bitters. Orange peel for garnish. Instructions: In a mixing glass, combine whiskey, simple syrup, and bitters. Stir until well combined. Strain into a rocks glass filled with ice. Garnish with an orange peel. Daiquiri. 2-ounce white rum. 3/4 ounce lime juice. Half an ounce simple syrup. Instructions: Shake rum, lime juice, and simple syrup with ice. Strain into a chilled glass. Garnish with a lime wheel. Manhattan. 2-ounce rye whiskey. 1 ounce sweet vermouth. 2 dashes Angostura bitters. Maraschino cherry for garnish. Instructions: Stir rye whiskey, sweet vermouth, and bitters in a mixing glass with ice. Strain into a chilled glass. Garnish with a maraschino cherry. Moscow Mule. 2-ounce vodka. Half an ounce lime juice. 4-ounce ginger beer. Lime wheel for garnish. Instructions. In a copper mug or highball glass, combine vodka and lime juice. Add ice and top with ginger beer. Stir gently. Garnish with a lime wheel. Pina colada. 2-ounce white rum. 2-ounce pineapple juice. 1 ounce cream of coconut. Pineapple wedge for garnish. Instructions. Shake rum, pineapple juice, and cream of coconut with ice. Strain into a chilled glass. Garnish with a pineapple wedge. Note, these recipes are basic guides and can be adjusted to personal taste. Feel free to play with different ratios of ingredients and garnishes to find your perfect drink. Conclusion. Working as a bartender on a cruise ship is an exciting and challenging opportunity. It requires exceptional communication and customer service skills, as well as a deep knowledge of drinks and mixology. Additionally, it is important to be prepared to work in a fast-paced environment and handle the demands and expectations of guests. It is important to be willing to work long hours, including night shifts and weekends, and be prepared to handle the ship's weather and navigation conditions. However, for those with a passion for drinks and customer service, working as a bartender on a cruise ship can be a rewarding experience and a great opportunity to travel and see the world while developing professionally.